Hi students, welcome to our commerce first year class. In our previous class, we have discussed about corporate social responsibility of the business organization. In that we have learnt various responsibilities of a business organization towards the society. Okay, we have discussed about fulfillment of certain obligations towards the society was called as corporate social responsibility. Those topics we have cleared in our previous class. So today we have moved into the second chapter, Commerce 1, first year commerce. We have moved into second chapter. First chapter is completed. In first chapter we have learnt what is business, its definition. Before that business we have learnt about economic activities. Then we have learnt about business, its definition, characteristics. Then we have learnt about the objectives of business. Then we have learnt about corporate social responsibility of business, very important. First chapter weightage is 12 marks, 10 plus 2. Now we have moved on to second chapter, business activities, right. Okay. In our first chapter we have learnt that there are three economic activities. First one is business, second is profession, third is employment. I have told you that here in Commerce 1 we are not bothered about profession or employment, that anyhow after obtaining a particular specific qualification we definitely become either professional or employment. But in this Commerce first year we are going to learn about only business. So suppose you have decided to do some business, you have to enter into business. Then what you have to do? Many a times, when you people, certain persons, when you ask them that what are you doing, they say that we are doing business. You will get the same reply from a pawn shop owner or a restaurant owner or a cinema theatre owner or a real estate businessman or a developer, a construction engineer. Like the different people also will tell that what are you doing means we are doing business. Even a textile shop owner, a boutique owner, a footwear shop owner, okay, a cab company, a very big company like Amazon or say LG India, Samsung, all these people say that yes, we are doing business. But exactly what is business? What you can do as part of the business activity? You have decided that by doing business activity, you want to earn money. We are keeping aside that profession and employment. Now we are talking specifically about business. So in our first chapter, we have learnt what is business. It is state of being busy in order to earn a profit. So now, if you want to do business, what you can do? Whether you can start a junior college or a degree college, or you want to start a restaurant, or you want to start a bakery, or you want to start a big industrial unit where you manufacture mobiles or manufacture fans or air conditioners, etc. What you can do? Business means what you can do. That we are going to discuss in this lesson. Business activities, what you can do. So remember that business is equals to industry plus commerce. Business is equal to industry plus commerce. What is industry? It is a place of production. Industry is the place of production. Means where the goods are made, goods are manufactured, where you are making furniture or where you are making a shirt, where you are preparing the pens or markers, or you are making the fans, okay, you are making the spets, whatever it may be. So that is what called as industry. Industry is a place where goods are produced. In simple terms we can say where raw material is converted into finished goods. What is raw material? We had a lengthy discussion in our previous classes. The material which is not ready to be used is called as raw material, like wooden piece. Now that wood we are making into bench. So bench is a finished goods, final product. Wooden piece, wooden log was a raw material. So we have converted the wooden log into furniture. That place is called as industry. Okay. For example, gold. So you find gold beneath the soil. Gold mine se aapko gold nikalta, right? So with that gold what you can do? We have made this ring. So this is the final product. Okay, this ring is the final product, a jewelry, maybe a chain, maybe a bracelet. Okay, so these are all called final goods. But the golden, okay, ore, what we had beneath the soil was the raw material. So when you convert anything, gold, iron, wood, okay, whatever it may be, even the soil, for example, out of the clay, you made Ganesh idols or you made tiles and you sold in the market, that is a final product. So we have got even tiles industry also. Tiles means, I hope you know, where the roof is covered or say some flooring is done. That also can be made out of clay and made some chemicals are mixed. Manufacturing of cement you can take. Okay, plastic disposable glasses, whatever the clothes, costumes we are wearing, footwear we are wearing, all these are nothing but goods. So the place where goods are manufactured is called as industry. Now what is commerce? Commerce is that part of the business which helps you to distribute your goods to the consumers. Okay. Without the help of commerce activities, business will not take place. Simply if you produce goods, you won't get profit. The goods what you have produced should be transferred to the consumer. For example, this shirt was made by a textile company in Bombay. Suppose if this is made in Bombay. Suppose from Bombay, if it does not come to Hyderabad, I can't buy this. So unless until it reaches me, the trader will not get the profit. The business activity is not completed. If your goods are produced and you are just stored them in the godown or in the factory, your job is not done. You have to see that the goods manufactured in any industry are reached the consumer. It is satisfying the want of the consumer. Then only you will get the profit. So commerce is that part of the activity which helps the industry to sell off their goods, which helps in distribution of the goods. So it is a lengthy process. Commerce is not just a single activity like industry. Industry just you produce the goods, but after production you need to do lot of things. Okay, like you have to pack the goods, you have to advertise for your commodities, you have to transport, you require banking services to transfer money from one place to another place. To have risk coverage, you require insurance companies, you require godowns to store your commodities. Like that, lot of services are required. All those services put together is called as commerce. So commerce can be classified into again two categories: trade and aids to trade. Trade means, I have written the definition here: buying and selling of goods and services with an objective of earning profit. Buying and selling of goods with an objective of earning profit. Now try to understand here. Here we are producing. So in order to produce, what you have to do? You have to assemble all the factors of production. Factors of production means land, labor, capital, organization. These are the four important factors of production. Already you might have learnt in your economics. So these factors of production are assembled, means accumulate them. So in this production process, what you will do? In this production, after accumulating all these factors of production, after arranging them in the order, we convert raw materials are converted into final goods. Okay. Raw materials are converted into final goods. For example, cotton produced by the farmers is converted as cloth. cotton is converted as cloth. Leather of animals is converted as bags, footwear, etc. Try to understand here. Raw materials are converted into final goods. Where? Production. What is production means? Production means conversion of raw material into final goods. Okay. So this is, where do we do this? In industry. Okay. In industry, goods are produced. So for production, what we are doing, raw materials are converted into final goods. What is a raw material? In previous classes I have given various examples. Cotton, rui, which is made by the farmers, which is cultivated by the farmers. I hope all of you know we will have a cotton plant. By sowing the cotton seed, we get cotton plant. After 3 or 4 months, from the fruit of the cotton, as it bursts with the sunlight, it gives the cotton. So that cotton, raw cotton, what is produced by the farmers is not ready to be worn. You cannot wear the cotton purchased from the farmer directly. Suppose if you want to wear a dress, if you want to look handsome, you cannot go to a farmer and buy 5 kg or 10 kg of cotton, then you can't directly wear it. So what we have to do, we have to convert that cotton into cloth. Use your technology, brain. We need to do lot of process. So that cotton is first converted into yarn, thread. Then the thread is converted into cloth. Some chemicals are added, some fabrics are made. Okay. Then lot of designs. Okay. Lot of brands are prepared. So after conversion of cotton into cloth, with the help of cloth, we can make shirt, we can make pant, we can make a kerchief, we can make anything, whatever we require. So that is what called as cotton to cloth. The example for conversion of raw material into final goods is cotton is the raw material, cloth is the final goods. Next, leather. Where do we get leather, From the skin of the animals. Whether they are, whatever it may be, deer, tigers, snakes, other fox, whatever it may be. Various animal skins the leather manufacturers bring, and with the help of their technology, after addition of some chemicals and brought some smoothness into that, after removal of all that waste and everything, then they process it, then they make bags out of that, footwear out of that, belts, bags, footwear, belt. Belts also made up of leather, I hope all of you know. Okay. So here what do we call? Leather is the raw material. Cotton and leather are the raw materials. Cloth, bags and belts are the final goods. Okay. So here cloth, bags, footwear, belts, etc. are called final goods. Cotton and the leather are the raw materials. So the place where these raw materials, not only cotton, leather, any raw material is converted into final goods, that place is called as industry. Then we require commerce. Commerce supports industry and business activities. Without commerce, business will not take place. What do we have in commerce? Trade. Trade means buying and selling of goods and services with an objective of earning profit. So very simple, what you do? In industry, I will manufacture this marker. In industry, I will manufacture this marker. That is done. My job is over. Okay. I have manufactured this marker. Now some person, Mr. A, what he will do is, from me, he will buy this marker for 40 rupees or 50 rupees and he will sell it a higher price. He will purchase from me for 40 rupees and he will sell it to the market for 50 rupees. So from me, A will take. For example, here, Madhusudan, I am here I am the manufacturer. I am the manufacturer. So, Mr. A will buy from me. So, here manufacturer of some, say, fans. I am manufacturing a fan. So, Mr. A will buy these fans from me, say for 500 rupees, and he will sell it to Mr. B for 550 rupees. So, here try to understand the example. What Mr. A is doing? Is he manufacturing the goods on his own? No. He is purchasing the goods from Mr. Madhusudan. So, he is the manufacturer. A is buying. A is buying and selling to B. Very simple. He is buying, Mr. A is buying from Mr. Madhusudan and selling it to Mr. B. So, this person, Mr. A, is called as trader. Mr. A is called as trader. What Mr. B is called as? Customer. B is called as the customer. Understand? So, A is not in a position to manufacture. He does not have the technology. He doesn't have the investment. Okay. Simply, he is buying the goods, whatever it may be. Maybe fans or ACs. Okay. Or say phones, any commodity. So, here Mr. A is purchasing goods from Mr. Madhusudan and selling it to Mr. B. So, here A is acting as the middleman, is the middleman between the manufacturer and the customer. You can see here, manufacturer and customer ke beech mein he is the bridge. Okay. In between the manufacturer and the customer, there is a middle person called as trader. I hope all of you are able to understand. So, trade is an activity which involves buying from a manufacturer and selling to a customer with an objective of earning profit. Nothing you have to do. You are not worried about how the goods are manufactured, what is the raw material required, how many laborers are required, what is the machinery to be installed. You are not bothered about all these things. Simply a trader, what he has to do, he has to think where the goods are available, who has manufactured certain goods, where can he find all these ACs and phones and fans, whatever it may be. Whatever the goods you want to trade, you can trade in textiles, you can trade in furniture, you can trade in footwear, you can trade in stationery, you can trade in electronic items or electrical items. Thousands of goods are there in the market. It is your wish. According to your financial capacity and according to your brain, you can enter into trading activity. It is very simple, less risky when compared to industry. In industry, you have to put more efforts. You have to think about what are the goods are to be manufactured, where should get this raw material, and how many laborers are to be appointed, how to organize this capital, how the factory building is to be constructed, all these things. Industry is a wider activity. You need to take lot of risk. Heavy investment is required. Money requires more over here. Here, less amount. Very simple. Purchase from any manufacturer. Purchase from any manufacturer and sell it to customer. Where do you find the customer? In the market. So, you establish a shop. You establish a medical shop. You need not manufacture all the medicines on your own. You don't know how to innovate medicines also. Simply you establish a medical shop, you go to some wholesale market in Koti or somewhere else, you give the order online, all the medicines will come to your shop, patients and the customers will be coming to you, they buy the goods. So, you purchase at the lower price and sell it at the higher price. So, you are the middleman between the manufacturer and the customer. Try to understand here. Trader is the middleman between the manufacturer and customer. He is the bridge. Okay. Goods will flow from manufacturer to trader, trader to customer. Try to understand here. Goods will flow from manufacturer to trader, trader to customer. So Mr. Madhusudan, who is manufacturing, is called as a manufacturer. Mr. A, who is buying from the manufacturer, is called as a trader and is selling to Mr. B. So Mr. B is purchasing from A. The last one is called as customer. Clear, ma? This is trade. Then next comes aids to trade. So aid, A-I-D-S. Aid means to support. Aid is to support. So aids to trade means supporting trade. Activities which support trade is called as aids to trade. Activities which we perform in supporting the trade is called as aids to trade. What are the activities we require to support? Say for example, we have established Sri Medhavi College in Santosh Nagar. You are at Charminar, someone is at Koti, someone is at LB Nagar, someone is at Barkas, someone is at Maheshwaram. How do you come from that place to this place? Is it possible without transportation? Imagine, if the students won't come to college during the offline mode, can we be able to conduct the classes? Will the college run? No. So you require a medium of transportation. From your house to college, you require transportation. For example, you see, whenever you do some trading activity, money is to be transferred from one person to another person. For example, you order some food online, Swiggy, Zomato, something. You have ordered a biryani. How you are making the payment? Through your debit card or through your credit card or various apps, Paytm, PhonePe, Google Pay, etc., you are using to make the payments. How you are given all these services? These services are provided with the help of banks. So there are so many indirect, hidden organizations which support our trade and industry. They are called as aids to trade. The activities which support the trade are called as aids to trade. So in that we find banking, transportation, insurance, warehousing, advertisement, etc. So when we go to that topic, we will discuss in detail about those activities of aids to trade. So these aids to trade, in simple I will write, they are banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing and advertising. So without the support of these 5 things, you cannot continue, you cannot carry on your trade or industrial activities. Whatever you want to do, even for the purchase of raw material, for appointment of labor, you require the support of all these things. For example, you establish a very big industry, very big factory, and unfortunately it got fired, some fire accident took place. So you require insurance to cover that. You know what is insurance? Whenever you go for an insurance policy, if something happens to your property got damaged by fire or by water, if you have taken the policy, the insurance company will pay you the compensation. Whatever the loss occurred to us, whatever the loss we have suffered, that will be paid, that will be compensated by the insurance companies. So these are called as aids to trade. We discuss about these activities at a later stage. So let me conclude what we have discussed in this class. Business activities. Business activities are divided into 2. Industry, commerce. Commerce is again divided into 2. Trade, aids to trade. Then industry is called as the place of production. What is production? Raw materials are converted into final goods. That place is called as production. Industry is a place where raw materials are converted into final goods, whatever it may be. Example I have given: cotton to cloth, leather to bags, footwear, belts, etc. Then trade, buying and selling of goods and services with an objective of earning profit. So here one is the manufacturer, So trader will buy from the manufacturer and he will sell it to customer with an intention of earning profit. You can see here, Mr. A purchased for 500 rupees, selling it to B for 550 rupees. So what is the profit he is making here? 50 rupees. This 50 rupees is called as profit. So that's how the trading activity continues. So that is called as trade. Aids to trade, that means supporting trade. The activities which support trade are called as aids to trade. What are the various aids to trade we have in market? Is the banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing and advertising. Okay. In our next class, we discuss about various kinds of industry. Just now I have given few examples. In some industries we are making iron products. In some industry we are making wooden products. Somewhere we are manufacturing textiles. Like that, different goods are manufactured in different places according to the nature of the product, according to various features. Industries are divided into various categories that we discuss in our next class.